Okay, 10 things or 10 categories to let go of this summer. Having a simplified, clutter-free home makes summer holidays and summer in general just feel that much better and that much more relaxing. So I'm gonna share a few ideas. The first couple are ones that I share all the time. However, I share them consistently because I feel like they are worth sharing over and over again. I feel like they're big, important ones. And then the rest of them are kind of very specific to summer. So ones I may have not shared in the past. So let's jump right in. Category number 1 are winter clothes that you did not wear this winter. I know I share this all the time, but if you like just kind of redid your closet for summer, if you're putting away your winter stuff or just like putting it to the side, have a quick look. If there are, say, sweaters or jeans or something that you did not wear this winter, do you actually want to keep them for winter? So it's just taking a few moments to just ponder, reflect for 1 second. If the thought of like actually doing a big closet overhaul sounds terrible and like it would take days, then even just focusing on like either just focusing on one category, so just jeans or just jogging pants or just socks, something like that. Or it could be just picking 3 to 5 items. So say you're just like, I don't want to pull everything out, Marian. I don't want to put it in categories, but this is overwhelming and I would love a little bit of extra space. Go in and just think, okay, where are like 3 to 5 obvious low-hanging fruit, which I've called it before, easy items that you don't have to think about, you can just pull out and get rid of. Category 2, summer clothes that maybe you probably won't wear this summer. So if you're pulling all of your summer stuff out and you're thinking, okay, these shorts, Marianne, I've had them since grade 12 and like, am I actually gonna wear them this year? Maybe, maybe not. So this is a time to quickly, again, you don't have to spend an entire Saturday or your first day of summer vacation going through your closet, but just picking a few items that you're like, realistically, Marianne, I know I can probably let this go. A good example is a few years ago, I had this Toronto Blue Jays. So that's like our baseball team here in Canada. So I had a tank top that I wore for years and I loved it so much and I wore it forever and it technically still fit me. However, it was slightly like transparent, like slightly see-through, which somehow seemed fine when I was younger, but as I got older, technically, could I wear it? Did it fit? Yes. Did I feel 100% comfortable in it? No. I felt like I'd entered a new phase of life and it just like didn't fit my current me anymore. And it was sad for like a minute. And then I'm like, you know what? I have so many other tank tops that I love 1,000 times more. So I let it go and I just wear the ones that I love and feel 100% comfortable in. Number 3 are towels and kind of like specifically like beach pool towels, right? So a good example, I have these little, these little cute ones. I guess these are technically bath towels. They're kid towels. I don't know. I guess you can use them wherever. They're the little hooded ones. They're so cute. We got these when the kids were really little. They were hand-me-downs from Scott's sister. And my kids love them. We use them constantly. However, the kids have obviously grown up now and Leo still loves his for whatever reason. However, last year, Annie Rose said, you know what? I am too big. This doesn't dry me properly, basically. And she just felt like she was too grown up for it. So she decided to pass hers along, which we did. So things like that, if you have towels maybe that you've outgrown, towels that maybe have holes in them, towels that you just don't need. So if you have like a huge surplus of beach or pool towels, this is a good category to do right now. And if this happens to like lead into you looking at your bath towels or your hand towels or your face cloths in your linen closet, even better. Category 4 are bathing suits. This could be bathing suits for you, your family members, your kids, your spouse, your partner, whoever lives in your house, just reviewing bathing suits and thinking, okay, let's focus on this year wearing and keeping bathing suits that feel good this year in my current body, in my current lifestyle, at our current age, and just focus on something that feels so good to wear and like actually makes you want to go to the beach. And the rest of them, maybe it's time to let them go. Scott, for example, has already let go of a bathing suit. He bought it on Marketplace and I loved it so much. It was so cute, but I think you could kind of see through it. So he wore it a few times and it was okay, but he just decided, you know what, I can't go through another summer with that. I'm not okay with it. So he let it go and he's already got a new one and he's set for the year. Something kind of similar is last year we went on a family trip with another family and my friend got matching bathing suits for all the kids and it was the cutest thing I'd ever seen and I loved them so much. And so we continued obviously to wear ours. This is Leo's and it still fits him perfectly. So we're keeping that. However, Annie Rose's was so tight on her by the end of last year. She's just had like a major growth spurt in the last 6 months or so. She could barely fit into it. And so for a moment I thought, oh yeah, but they match and they look so cute together and I thought, why am I torturing this little 6-year-old, making her wear something that's not 100% comfortable? She has other bathing suits she could wear. She have ones that fit her better. And I just like thinking, why do I keep it? So sometimes like even myself, we have these sort of like irrational thoughts about our stuff. Realistically, maybe our priorities should be more about, you know, feeling good and feeling comfortable and just having an amazing summer. Number 5 is like lawn care gardening tools and supplies. So with this one, like obviously these are in like usually in a shed or a garage or like a basement, something like that. It can be kind of like a physically demanding, everything's heavier, it's kind of dirtier. It's like not really, it's not something you can do in your pajamas as an example. So what I normally try to do is with a category like that, I will just focus on like, I tell myself that I'm just resetting the space. So I'm just sort of tidying. So I just go into it thinking, okay, I'm just gonna like tidy up all the brooms, put the little shovels away, get our gardening gloves all together. And then almost always naturally, I find like doubles or triples of something, or I find something that like this old grass spray or ant killer or something that I'm like, do we still use this? Is it still effective? Did it work when we had it? Do we need it? It's oftentimes this is something that maybe you have brought from a different house, or old homeowners, like the homeowners of your current house, or tenants if you're renting, will leave there would be big items like this. And I'm like, why do I need this broken shovel from 2005? Like, let's let it go. And because it's usually like bigger stuff, getting rid of it's more satisfying, because even just sometimes 2 or 3 items can make a big difference in your space. Number 6 are outdoor toys. So like balls, a million different kind of bouncy balls. If you have kids in your house, any sort of bubbles. Bubbles is a huge one, like a bubble machine, a bubble blower, whatever. This is our sad little sidewalk chalk collection, but that's a big one for a lot of people. And sidewalk chalk is something that I find like travels, like it ends up in like 6 different spots in your house or in your garage. I always thought sidewalk chalk would be super cute to store in a flower pot. So if you had like an extra flower pot hanging around, I think that would always be like a cute little storage for it. I always thought that. Anyway, I don't garden, so I don't have any flower pots, but that would be cute if I had one. And the way we store our toys in our house, in our garage, are just like basically in one old tote. We've used the same system forever. I'm pretty meticulous about decluttering, so it doesn't usually get too out of control. However, in the perfect world, if I was looking to like invest in our garage toy organization, I love the idea of having like either a little cube shelving or just like kind of some shelving that has just bins in it, so that we can at least categorize things a little bit instead of things sometimes getting lost in the bottom of this huge tote. So again, however you have it set up, just letting go of a few toys, sometimes they can multiply and quadruplify. And if you have grandparents who love to gift things, there's a good chance you're probably gonna get even more stuff this summer. Number 7 is sports equipment. So again, like some balls, footballs, baseballs, basketballs, road hockey stuff, whatever your family does for sports. It could be kids sports equipment, or like even yourself for old hobbies, tennis rackets, squash rackets. Are you still playing tennis? Do you have a tennis racket from when you were in grade 12 and it needs to be restrung? And like, have you actually taken the steps to restring it? Or is that something maybe you could pass along, donate, or take to your tennis club and they can restring it and give it to a junior player? Really went down a hole with that one. And this category is great to go through right now because there's so many people that probably want whatever you're getting rid of. So if you're thinking, oh man, like we really wanted to get into kayaking. We were really thinking kayaking was gonna be the sport for us, and you've tried it for 3 summers, and you know what? Maybe we just time to let up go of kayaking. It's just not gonna be the sport for us. If you are looking to sell your kayak, this is the time of year to do it. The beginning of the season, there's gonna be someone else there that wants your kayak. We, for example, want to buy our neighbor's basketball net. Their son has outgrown it, and we are counting down the minutes till they ask us if we want to buy it. Because yes, we do. So there is probably a good chance if you have old sports equipment that is, especially if it is summer related, that someone is going out there is looking to buy. Number 8 is books, and 2 things related to this category. Number 1, if you have not read a book over this winter, if you did not snuggle up on the couch with a fireplace on, or the fake fireplace on the TV like we use, or under the Christmas tree, or during the biggest snowstorm of the year, if you did not sit down and actually read that book, are you really interested? Do you really want to read that book, or is that something you can maybe pass along to a friend or family? Number 2 related to this is if you do have a book and you're like, Marianne, I do want to read it, I just haven't found the time. Well, summer holidays might be a good time for you. If you are maybe a teacher and you have the summer off, or if you are or if you have a cottage and you know that reading on the dock is like your thing, that's what you love to do, and you want to bring a big stack of books for the kids to the cottage, then maybe go through the books you do have, add them to your packing list, maybe put them in your cottage packing area, whatever your routine is for that, and maybe make a point and a plan to think, okay, instead of going to the bookstore next weekend, I'm gonna read these stack of books that I already have. Related to that, if you are doing a rental this summer, if you're renting a cottage or an Airbnb or something, and you're taking books with you, or maybe you have summary books that you think other people might like, or magazines, maybe there's something you can take with you and leave for the next renters. So as long as they're in good shape and you think they're books that people actually love, I bet the landlords would probably love to have them. Number 9 are like summer bathroom products. So like sunscreen and bug spray and calamine lotion and aloe vera lotion and all the stuff you need to get through the summer. This is something that I find tends to spread through your whole house. You will have like 16 balls of these and think, where the heck are they all? I have no idea. So I sometimes suggest just grabbing a bin or a basket or whatever, walking through your house and just grabbing every bottle of whatever that you can find that maybe is tucked in a beach bag, maybe it's tucked in a diaper bag, maybe it is in your laundry room, in your garage, at your back door, at your front door, in your bathroom, in someone's bedroom. These things tend to just get out of control. So gathering them all into one spot is a great first start. And then from there, deciding, okay, like this one is basically empty, let's use up the rest this weekend and then get rid of it. Or maybe this one has definitely expired. I've had it in my swim bag since before I had kids. So gathering them all up, going through, deciding which ones you definitely will keep, you definitely will use, and you definitely want. And then this is the perfect time to create 1 or 2 designated spots where everyone knows that is where they live. In our house, we keep our back stock sort of in our bathroom cupboard, and everyone knows where it lives. And then we also keep our day-to-day, like the ones that we're using all the time, or the ones that I need to throw into like their backpacks for school. I put that at the back door. That was the door we sort of use all the time, and we put it in our everyday basket there, and keeps it somewhat organized, and it keeps it easy to find. This is also a good time to label them. So if you have products that you take, like you send with the kids to school, or you send to camp with them, or if you take them on like family trips or something, I tend to label them, and that's usually a good time of year to do it. Number 5 are barbecue like tools, or anything related to barbecuing. I think in the States, you guys call it grilling, or maybe just other people call it grilling. I don't know, I just call it barbecuing. But anything related to that is a great time of year to do a quick review. So whether it's like your tongs or like flippers or whatever you use, if that they're hanging on the barbecue, are those ones actually getting used? Are there ones in your kitchen that you store in there? Are they actually getting used? Do you have a million planks for doing salmon, but then you realize that you guys don't actually like salmon? Do you still need those planks? Another thing we often find are skewers. So whether it's like the wooden ones that you use once and throw away, or there's like those metal ones that are reusable, do you have those and do you use them? If you do, that's wonderful. If not, maybe it's a time to reassess that. Another good one are those little cute little corn on the cob little things you stick on the end of the corn of the cob. I think those things are so cute. And I remember we had them when we were kids. How we don't have any now. However, we often will find them either kind of all over the kitchen so that when you need them, you can't find them. Or sometimes it's that you have like 3 of them, but you don't actually have a full set, so you never actually pull them out. So maybe it's time to either get a full set if you're thinking, yes, I love corn on the cob, I want to commit to this, great. Or maybe it's just passing on those few to someone you know would use them. Barbecue aprons, it's a good one to go over, like especially those are something that often get gifted, and like, are we using those? Maybe, maybe not. Have they actually ever been taken out of the packaging? Barbecue cookbooks or barbecue magazines. Those are another good one that sometimes accumulate. If you have an extra propane tank that maybe it expired or you don't use it anymore or it broke or something, but you've never really known what to do with it. In our area, they have to go to hazardous waste. So if that's something you've been meaning to get rid of for the last few years and just haven't, that could be something to declutter. All of this summer talk is getting me like into full on summer mood and summer mode. And like I said, having a relaxing summer is so much easier when you have a simplified, clutter-free, organized home. So I hope this gives you inspiration to spend a little bit of time on maybe a few categories that I mentioned today that speak to you. As always, if you have any questions or comments or anything to share, please leave that below. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you very soon. Bye guys.